Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. We're back on Eastern Island time right here at Tiki Man Radio, TikiManRadio.com, your coastal Americana radio network. Streaming live on Dockside Live Radio, Western Maryland Radio, and Tiki Man Radio. Streaming live over on the Tiki Man Radio YouTube channel. Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. All the ships at sea, come over and enjoy the show. That's what I'm talking about. Happy Wednesday to you. I hope you're doing fabulous out there today. And we are halfway through the week, as I like to call it. And let's see if we can get Johnny B up in here. How you doing, man?
Good morning, brother. We're hanging in there. We're digging out like the rest of the country. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Still digging.
Yeah, man.
Frozen.
Well, we are in search of a happy Wednesday to you, everybody. Welcome to Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B on the Coastal Americana Radio Network. And we are in search of a logo, a live cam logo sponsor. I've changed the outline here a little bit, put out a video last night, and trying to get somebody to take this unique opportunity. We only have one live cam sponsor, so it's a unique opportunity.
Yeah. I tell you what, you did a great job on that video, and wow, I can't wait to get out there today and just pitch it. Well, actually, it's going to be via email because I can't drive anywhere.
Yeah. So how much snow we got today, Johnny B?
Well, we got a little bit last night, probably about an inch, maybe.
Oh.
You know, on top of 13 or 14 or 15 that's already there, on top of the 3 that was there before. And we got more coming today.
Yeah, I guess if you leave something laying in the yard before wintertime, you just might as well just forget about it till spring, right?
That's pretty much it. Unless you're going to use a jackhammer to get it off the sidewalk and concrete. I mean, no sooner than you get rid of it, it blows over. We get a lot of wind up here. So I just quit. I'm like, well, okay, we'll be leaving the house in the spring. That's what it is.
This is it.
This is it. That's why we stocked up, you know. We got more food here than I don't know what.
Well, that's good, I guess. I mean, at least you're not going to starve to death. And, you know, I just I have a hard time with that whole mentality. You know, that happened to me one time in Alabama in 1993. And, you know, we had 12-foot snow drifts, you know, the worst storm we ever had here. That's what all the people love to talk about here in the South is the snow of 93. But it was real. I lived through it, and once I dug myself out of that and could get back on the road, I left there, man. I was like, you know what? Now, I am not living in these mountains anymore. I love it here, but I'm done with this.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I discovered Frostburg, and I thought, well, I got to find a house, something that I can afford, you know?
Sure.
And boom, 2,000-foot elevation. The mountain next to me is 3,000 feet. We get the storms that roll off of that. And I'm like, okay, this is great. I got $1 million view in an affordable home for a radio guy. And I'm like, okay, first winter was all right. Second winter, polar vortex. Here we are, fourth winter. It's real serious.
Every time you mention that, you know, I think about the beginning of The Shining when they're driving up that long, winding mountain through the snow to get up there to the empty hotel. You know, I'm thinking,
yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's beautiful. And I thought, wow, this is a great deal on this house. All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And, okay, yeah, you know, $1 million views, but nobody said, well, you're going to get 70-mile-an-hour winds most of the winter. You're going to get a ton of snow. And I'm like, okay, I'm here now. There's no backing out, man. You make the best of it. That's all.
Yeah, that's right. Good morning to Mo. She is out there this morning. Happy Wednesday to you, and hope you're doing wonderful over in North Carolina. And, of course, Callie McCool and the student crew out on the West Coast. Antioch High School is out there this morning. Good morning, Callie. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're doing fabulous. Let's see here. Jason Whitler is out there this morning. Good morning to you, brother. Hope you're doing wonderful. I just lost my chat. There we go. If you're out there already, just go ahead and jump in the chat and say hi and hit that like button. That helps us out tremendously. And we, like I said, we are in search of a live cam sponsor for this show to keep this show going. Okay, I mean, we got to have sponsors. We got to have things going. We got a lot of interesting conversations going on with people that want to start their own coffee company, people in the boating industry. There's a lot of talk, not a whole lot of commitment there going on. But once we get rolling here, everything will be just fine. We just got to keep plugging away.
Yep, and we will get there, Danny. No doubt about it. Have faith, brother. Have faith. I shared it with Robin this morning. I was trying to get the video over to her before showtime. But anyhow, this afternoon, she's got some great contacts, too. And she said, this is great. This is great. And so we're going to get it out there. I think the race is on, brother. I mean, this is national. So even if people locally here, I can't pitch it, we've got some national players out there, so we're going to make it happen.
Well, and that's why I redesigned it, because visualization is everything, especially when we're doing video. But that's how it would look, your logo here. Basically, I created a logo that is a your logo here logo.
Right.
To kind of have something up there. And, of course, it goes beyond that. I spend a lot of time working on videos that promote our sponsors. They're always out there changing them up. They're always coming up with new things that they're doing. And I'm always changing the videos. And you can't play the same video forever. People get tired of hearing it. And so you got to change it up. The attention span of the human is about 3 seconds now. So you really got to be able to capture their attention.
Yeah, it's actually less. I read about that. It's actually less than a goldfish. The human attention span is less than a goldfish.
My goodness.
That was a scientific study, but it doesn't surprise me. But yeah, all the work you do on these videos, it's amazing. I mean, all of a sudden it'll pop up, or I'll get something in my email. I'm like, holy crap, how's he do this? I'm like, I got a whole lot of catching up to do. Then I'm like, man, I can never catch up to that. No way.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. So you already got it down. Whatever else you need me for, I'm here.
Well, that's part of it, So if you are a sponsor, you are a live cam sponsor, you get twice as many promotional videos outside of the show, because we're focused on you being the live cam for the show, and then we're focused on your business as well. So you get double the promotion. You get mentioned in all social media posts for the show. And it just goes on and on and on, So, and you have the opportunity to come on the show anytime you want to announce something new, something big, or some kind of change in your business, or something exciting, or just stop in to say hi. You can come on as a live cam sponsor anytime you want to. Have your spokesperson come on here and announce this week's special or this month's campaign or whatever it is. And we will make it happen for you. So it's a unique opportunity. Just reach out to me at tikimanradio@gmail.com, and I'll fill you in on the details. And once this opportunity is gone, it won't come back, unless that sponsor goes away, of course.
Wow. Yeah, what a great opportunity. And I tell you what, I can't wait to say, if it's possible, I just love saying, Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, brought to you by XKG 9000.
Yeah, the XKG 9000, the baddest sumbitch in town. Yeah.
That's right. We're Woodford Bourbon. Brought to you by. I just love that. It must have stuck in my head from all the Price is Right shows when I was a kid. That's all we had.
Robert Merrick is out there. Good morning. I am over the snow, but would love to love our home in the mountains. So yes, you can be both, right? You can love your home in the mountains and enjoy. My favorite too. A lot of people think, well, he's a Tiki Man. He just loves the summertime and the sunshine. Actually, living here in Tennessee, I love the spring and the fall. Things come back alive, and the fall here is just absolutely beautiful. And, when it's, 65, 70 degrees in the fall in Tennessee, and we're just surrounded by all these mountains and lakes and water, the beautiful Chickamauga Lake, Harrison Bay here where we're based at. And it's just like stepping inside of a portrait, man, of a painting of the way it should be.
Yeah, like a Norman Rockwell painting.
There we go. That's what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, like a Norman Rockwell painting. You know, as a matter of fact, picked up some calendars the other day at a store, and it was all the artwork's Norman Rockwell. I'm like, yep, I'm old. I still like paper calendars. I want to hang them up so I can see them. I don't want to have to open up the phone anymore than I have to.
Yeah. I was cleaning out this drawer here a couple of months ago because I suddenly found myself with a lot of time on my hands. And there was an old calendar that somebody gave me back in 2019, and it was a calendar of old beer signs and things of that nature, sayings and whatever, So they're, obviously about 12 inches. And above the studio here is a raised ceiling. And I took that calendar and put all of those beer things. Let me see if I can move this so you can see it. You can see them up there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they're all around.
You got it down, bro. I need a bigger studio. Yeah, the network's got to pay for a bigger studio.
But it looks really cool up there. And, when people are here and there's a window here to my right, and then you're out into the chocolate bar. A lot of people come here on Sunday for the Sunday show, and they're looking through the window and all that stuff. So you can see it really good from outside the window there whenever you're looking in. You can't really see it on the cameras and stuff like that because it's above our head where the lights are.
Man, you got it going on like Margaritaville, because down in Orlando you can see the studio, but you got it going on there in Harrison Bay. How cool is that? If we get enough money in, I want a duplicate studio like yours. Okay, I want a whole chocolate bar and a big studio like yours, and that works, man.
Well, you remember when I built the first studio here, I sent you some pictures of it, and it was basically, a small DJ booth. Basically, it had all this stuff in there, and it was great to do the show in. But as time went on, and I wanted to get into this video side of things, we needed a bigger studio. We needed a studio. So one day I came home and I told the hippie chick, I'm like, listen, we're going to skip dinner tonight. We're gonna build a studio. She's like, tonight? I'm like, absolutely. So I had everything with me, and I built the wall, put some soundproof barrier in it. I've got the soundproof carpet that's on the walls all the way around me. Put the window in, just basically took the window from the old studio and brought it over here, framed it out, and sealed it up real good. So here we are, and it's went through a lot of changes. At some point in time or another, I'm going to get these 60, 70-inch TV screens that'll be behind me and on the wall because, on the Sunday show, I've got multiple camera views. Here on this show, because of what we're doing, I only have the one view, but, I've got all these banners from all the sponsors in the studio, and those cameras are strategically placed where you can see those banners because of the sponsors. I take very good care of my sponsors. But, having a 72-inch screen on that wall there, flashing the logos and the sponsors and things of that nature, while the cameras are, looking at the hippie chick or B-Dog or the guest or whatever, would make more sense. That's the next step.
Man, there's always the next step, Danny. Always the next step.
That's right.
But you got it going on. I mean, it's going to be like NBC, ABC, all that there in the studio with all the cameras and stuff. I'm looking forward to this. If you need a hand, just give us a call. We'll come down and help out.
Well, there you go, man. We'll get to the chocolate bar and we won't get nothing done.
Yeah, that could happen, and especially after looking at all those beer posters you got up there. There's a lot of beers that are no longer with us, and I remember a few like Tuborg. Boy, that was good. And then Tequiza. A lot of them are no longer there. The ones I like, they're gone. And Schlitz. Do they even make Schlitz malt liquor beer anymore?
I don't know. If they do, it's been a long damn time since I've had one.
They're good.
The beautiful Robin is out there this morning. Good morning. I am over the snow. That was her. Yeah, that was her talking about. Robin. Yeah, she's over the snow. She loves living in the mountains. I said Robert Emmerich, but I see it now. You know, it's kind of hard to see with all these lights. Like there must be 27 lights up here. So let's see here. Sorry about that, Robin. Graham Andrews. Good morning to everybody at Uptown Whimsy in downtown Melbourne, Florida. And they're in full speed mode, working on some Tiki Man Radio shirts, Coastal Americana Radio shirts, all that good stuff. And if we ever get our coffee samples, we'll see about that. You know, I can't just say, man, I'd love to have you as a coffee sponsor and not taste the coffee. I gotta taste the coffee. It's got to be good. It's gonna be so disappointing if the coffee sucks.
Yeah, it's got to taste good at high elevation too. Let me tell you.
I mean, if you put it in your cup and you go, that's just bad optics, man. It's just not going to work, and nobody will ever buy coffee from me again if I say that it's good and it's not. So I got to cross that bridge first.
Yeah. Yeah, and I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in, especially Robin. You know, we got a new tagline for her like you do on the Sunday show.
Oh, yeah?
You know, our producer, Robin Emmerich, who's always listening.
There you go. She says, I have been called worse.
Hey,
Sorry about that, sweetheart. Hopefully you can, hopefully you can bring her to the tropics of Tennessee sometime, and you guys can hang out. You know, you got a place to stay, and you know, summertime the tiki bar be rolling really well, and have some fun.
I'm looking forward to that. Absolutely, and you know, the coffee cups, the coffee sponsor brought to you by, that works.
There you go. Well, let's get this day started off right the island way with some positive vibes with our good friend, the Barefoot Man. And he's going to tell us all about it right here. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome to the show. If you're in the YouTube chat, go ahead and hit that like button. That helps us out tremendously. Are you looking to grow your business and get your brand out there? Well, come be part of the Tiki Man Radio family. With over 10 years of branding experience, over 17,000 subscribers on YouTube, and a worldwide audience, Tiki Man Radio can take your business to the next level. Have you checked into local advertising? 15-second slots for thousands of dollars, sandwiched in between the news and 25 other businesses? Internet radio takes your business around the world. Let me tell you what Tiki Man Radio is all about. We're all about branding. We are all about getting your name to the listener base that you're looking for. We have sponsorship packages for large and small businesses with several live shows every week and the capability to come to your business. Tiki Man Radio becomes your part. Reach out to us at tikimanradio@gmail.com for the sponsorship package that fits your need. Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio. Come over and be part of the family. Of it, for goodness sakes. Take care of your neighbor and check in on them every once in a while.
Absolutely. The great spirit of aloha, brother. That's what it's all about. Carry it in your heart, carry it around the world.
I knew you'd like that Henry Capono tune there.
I tell you what, I'm a huge Henry Capono fan, brother. Yeah, I love that. Yes, indeedy. You know, I never really got to work with him, but he did send me some messages and send some stuff back in the day.
Yeah.
But that would have just been phenomenal, you know, and he's just still out there gigging and doing it. But he's also got a house full of kids. They joke with him about that. That's why he's still working.
Yeah. We need stuff, Daddy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Get out there and play some more music.
Yeah. So if you ever make it over to Hawaii, make sure you find out where Henry Capono is and check it out and have some fun with it. I mean, back in the day, that was a big part of the Aloha, Ohana, and everything else with let's see, I get a message here. Let's see. Henry is a buddy of mine, Alan Jacks Bauer says. Well, there you go.
Really?
Well, you need to get him on the show for us, man. Tell him, call your buddy and say, hey, I got some friends of mine doing a show. They'd love to have you. They're playing your music. They're talking about you, and they're big fans.
Oh, big time. I mean, back in the days of Tiki Island Radio, I always said Henry was the big kahuna. And he is, man. I was listening to all his early works, and just an amazingly talented musician and songwriter, and a good person, too. Yeah,
absolutely. Him and Jimmy Buffett were pretty tight. And but Henry was the Jimmy Buffett in Hawaii, and Jimmy knew that.
Oh Well, when Henry was young, he's pure 100% Hawaiian,
Yeah.
and he went to Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War to entertain the troops when he was a kid. They actually got stuck over there for a little while. That's an amazing story, and he made it back to Hawaii. But Henry has been around a long, long time. I mean, can you imagine going to a war zone, to entertain the troops, and you get stuck there? I mean, that's a story. That's why we do it. Like Jimmy said, we do it for the stories we could tell.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. What do we do now? Well, how good are you at a gun? You might need it. Have you ever driven a tank before?
I wish we could have done some USO stuff back in the day. We could have went over to Iraq, Afghanistan, or wherever.
Yeah.
Hey, the Tiki Man and Johnny B. We're here to broadcast this, have some fun, hang out. That would have been great. Anything to support our troops.
Yeah, and that was a thing. With Bob Hope and everybody back in the day, and Marilyn Monroe. I mean, if you were a star in those times, that's something you wanted to do, and they put you on a tour there with Bob Hope, and that's what they did, man. They took care of the troops.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, I'd have been first volunteer.
Yeah.
Big time.
Absolutely. Let's see here. The YouTube chat is blowing up here. Let's see here. Cheers, Marty Gentry. Marty Gentry says, good morning to you. Hope you're doing fabulous. He says, Mo, I'm thinking no, too cold. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking too cold.
Too cold, man. Too cold for that. I told the hippie chick yesterday, I'm like, I just hate winter, man. I just hate winter. I know from a tourism standpoint in Western Maryland, it's a thing, man. Come up here and go snowing and all that. And there's a lot of people who love that type of environment. I just can't. The older I get, man, my feet start hurting. And I thought it was gout or something, but I think it's because it's missing my flip-flops. I think that's what it is in the wintertime. That's what I told the doctor anyway. I'm like, I think everything you're saying is wrong. Drink cranberry juice and do all that stuff. What I need is sunshine and flip-flops, man. That's what I need.
We need to go over to Honolulu and hang out with Henry,
Sure.
And say, this is where we need to be. We're going to do weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B in somewhere on Waikiki Beach. Hang out with, him, Ricky Hanna.
Yeah,
there's
Ricky
so
Hanna.
many great artists over there, Maole. I don't know if Ho'okani's still recording or Ho'onua, but I know Maole is, and great talent, man. And I got to get some more of that stuff on our show. Share the aloha here in Western Maryland in the snow. Aloha snow, baby.
Yeah, Alan Jacks Bowers is showing off, man. Let me see if I can. There they are.
Oh, really? I'm jealous, Al. Oh, come on, man, Jax. I'm jealous. Danny, we need to get over there and get our pictures taken with Henry, or get him over here.
Well, I tell everybody that Alan Jacks Bowers is the man. Okay, he's been around, done all kinds of cool things, worked with all kinds of people, and there's this thing that I started at the first of the year with the Trop Rock Music Association. And everybody that asks me about it, I always say, yes, we're a member of that, and Alan Jacks Bowers needs to be Musician of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
And Manalo needs to be Entertainer of the Year, okay?
Yeah.
And Mark Maltz needs to be the Horizon Award winner, and all this other stuff. All these things, it's such a mixed emotion. They're going through a lot of changes right now. They've got a new... Yet again, it's kind of like a parrot head club. They go through presidents and stuff, and everybody's got their ideas, so you just have to kind of wait and see what it is. But it needs to move past the buddy club, okay? It needs to move out of that circle. Been that way for years, and, it's always talking about growing the genre of music that we all love, and we're all doing our part of that in some form or fashion. I've always said that radio stations didn't need to be part of that because we are not competition of each other. We're all doing our part, right? There is no trop rock without the radio stations that play trop rock music, okay? There is no trop rock. So it's just a guy playing in a bar somewhere. The radio stations take it to a whole nother level.
Well, you remember what I went through with those organizations back in the day, and I just said I'm out. I don't want any part of it. And I'm fair, I'm impartial, and so is my music, and so are my shows. And yeah, if you don't want me in your buddy system, that's fine.
Yeah.
I was a rebel anyway,
Yeah.
long before radio. So,
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people think that belonging to the TRMA is that you if you're not part of it, then you're not supporting the artist. Well, listen, we have a radio station, and we support the artists. We give them a place to stay. We play their music. We spotlight their new music. We are doing it 24/7. It's not about the artist if that's what everybody thinks, you know. So I don't know, man. It's a sore subject, you know. But
I remember when you and Key West Chris were doing battle with a few different organizations and radio stations, and I like, man, you know, I'm out, you know, and you all were really taking up for me because I was totally excluded, and because you know I had the Hawaiian mix with the trop rock mix, and evidently some people didn't like it, and hey, too bad, you know.
Sure,
I share all the music, fair and impartial.
Yeah, and that's what we're supposed to do, you know. But
yeah, as well as, you know, being broadcast journalists, you know. Oh, and by the way, you know, press passes. We were talking about that the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to get up on this because you know who's coming to Delfest here in Western Maryland?
Who?
Which is a bluegrass festival, Blackberry Smoke.
Blackberry Smoke. Now I love me some Blackberry Smoke.
I love me some Blackberry Smoke, so I've got to get those press passes, get backstage, and do some interviews.
Yeah, and Chattanooga has really turned into like a bluegrass. First of all, it's a tremendous music town. You know, people in the trop rock coastal Americana community that are not coming to this town to play music are really missing out because people come from Nashville and they play in Chattanooga. They come from Atlanta. Big music. They're in Atlanta, and they play here, and they come from Knoxville. We're centrally located, Birmingham, all that. We're centrally located where people come here, and they're just music being played every day all over the town. They have a lot of free music festivals put on by the city down on the waterfront. You know, they have waterfront nights that is free every week. They have a different band, and it's just fantastic. Fantastic, man, and really need to check it out.
Oh, yeah, we've got to get down there. You know, Robin and I are all about the music. This house has always got music. We're all about theater. We're about production, the talent shows. We just love it, and all the work that goes into it. And then we have these production discussions.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm watching the lighting. I'm listening to the sound, and, you know, I'm not really critiquing. I'm just taking it all in.
Sure.
And possibly picking up some pointers and things that I can share with people on my show, you know, or this show. But that's what music's all about. It's everywhere, man. Tune in. It's the international language.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. So, but back to what we were talking about, the bluegrass, they have had 2 or 3 major bluegrass festivals here this past summer, and it looks like they're going to continue to do that. Whichever one the big one is that Steve... what's his name? The actor that plays the bluegrass and the banjo.
Oh, Steve Martin. Yeah,
Steve Martin. Yeah, that tours around with the bluegrass thing. He was here this summer as well.
Oh, my God. You know, there's a video of him playing Foggy Mountain Breakdown, and he's with, it's a bunch of A-list artists, and it's phenomenal. Check it out on YouTube. Steve Martin, Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Yeah,
that's right. It's a good traffic lead up right there. We got a little bit of fog out there. You got to watch out for those Foggy Mountain Breakdowns this morning here.
And there's the radio guy. Yeah. What was it you used to say? Traffic jams for your...
Yeah, it was good morning, everybody. What is it? Welcome to Tropic Jams for your traffic jams.
And it was such a unique thing because you did it early in the morning, 7 to 10, and as anybody that does a 3-hour radio show, no matter what time it is, you have people that come in on the first hour, and then people that come in the middle, and people come at the end, you know. But especially in the morning time, people going off to work and stuff.
Yeah, I started doing the morning show, and then I just realized, no.
Yeah.
You know, I switched it up. I'm doing the lunchtime special. You know, I've done my time getting up at, you know, some ungodly hour getting on the air. It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
And I said, wait a minute, I've done all this. Can't we get some young kid in here to do this? Somebody starting out, and then I'll just pick it up at noon.
Yeah. Well, I'm working on a podcast thing that I've been recording here in the studio. The idea is to take my morning post and turn them into a short little podcast, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. It's basically me reading the morning post, not particularly of any type of day or anything, but just the post, and then, telling the story behind that, because a lot of these stories that I write about are people that I met somewhere. Somebody, I'd be somewhere, man, and people just say the damnedest things, and I'd write them down on a napkin. And, years later, I started writing about them, and I've been doing that for 15 years, and it's turned into some books and things of that nature. So now that I find myself with a little more time on my hands, I'm gonna start doing that. So it'll come out maybe once or twice a week or whatever, and see where it goes.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you were up working on those posts early in the morning.
Yeah.
I try not to bother you. I get up at a decent hour too. I mean, I'm not, lazy about things, but sometimes I'll roll over and look at the phone and it'll say 0 degrees outside. I snapped a picture of it this morning. I was going to send it to you, and I said, nah, he's probably right.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah. I'll tell you, everybody's got their thing, people that play guitar, people, songwriters, musicians, things of that nature have a God-given talent, especially the songwriters that can put all that together. And the people that master the music is another talent that not everybody's good at. Some people say, yeah, man, I can mix that for you, but that doesn't mean it's going to sound good. So having somebody like Alan Jacks Bowers that does that for a living, that's why you need to, go to somebody. I always say, if you want to take your music to the next level, reach out to Alan Jacks Bowers. And that's exactly what I mean. Quit doing it in your basement. Quit recording yourself in the shower and all that stuff. If you really want to do this thing and follow your passion, you got to get some good quality music out there. There's a lot of trop rock music out there, a lot. And it ain't all good, okay? So quality is the key, man. Quality is the key.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, mastering a mix is a very special skill, and that is like the special seasonings in like a soup. That is the special sauce right there.
The special sauce.
An extreme talent. Yeah.
There you go.
Because, that's what makes every album sound a little different. Some albums have a lot of big headroom, as they would say back in the day. And then you listen to another album produced by another studio, and it sounds quite a bit different. But everybody wants it to sound different, but it's all in mastering that mix as your final, your final meal or whatever you want to call it, but that special sauce.
There you go. Alan Jacks Bowers special sauce. Take your music to the next level. I could do a lot with that, man.
Yeah, man. At MFG with Alan Jacks Bowers.
Yeah, there you go, man. Music for grown-ups. Let's see here. Listen, we are, as you can tell by the screen, looking for a live cam sponsor for this particular show. Okay, so think about that now. It's 3 times a week, 6 hours a week. Every week, and then in between that time, we're always promoting these 3 shows. So it gets a lot of attention, and starting to get a lot of attention on YouTube as well. So it's a great opportunity to have your logo sitting there, and as you can see the screen down there that's scrolling by, that would be the information about your business scrolling on there as well, and how people can reach out to you. So I'm a little bit, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm a little bit of I have a pretty good idea of how to promote your business. So reach out to us at tikimanradio@gmail.com, and we will take your business to the next level. We'll bring our own special Alan Jacks Bowers with cloud watching. Not only is he a hell of a musician and a master of music, but he can sing as well. Who knew, huh?
Yeah, I tell you what, he sent me that picture of him and Henry as well. I'm like, wow, the big kahuna. Yeah, 2 great guys right there.
Yeah, man. So, with having a song out there, now he can be a part of the Horizon Award if the trop rock gods look down upon Alan Jacks Bowers this year. So hopefully he will. And hopefully those guys will get their act together and expand and do things a little differently. I was so excited when Mark Freeman took over the TRMA, and I had him on the show, and got with him down in Panama City. He came and set up a booth and everything down there, and spent a lot of time with him, but it just never really materialized. And I remember one time they asked me to be on the board, right? If you're going to complain all the time, you ought to be on the board. Well, that goes against everything that I'm talking about. I don't think DJs should be part of the board. I don't think their wives should be a part of the board. Anything associated with a radio station should be a part of the board. So, I don't really have all the answers. I guess I'm just complaining.
Don't let it get to you, man. Just be fair and impartial.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with that, period. Do what's right. You can never go wrong by doing what's right.
Well, if it stands to reason to me, if you're wanting to grow the genre, when these new artists come in, right, you don't just use them to play for the event. You spotlight them. You give them an opportunity to play, and that's all good. And, of course, the artist, it's not a given. You got to get out there and work for it. You got to travel around. You got to do the shows. You got to, do the music and write. And, you can't just have one song or two or three or four or five or something like that. You got to promote yourself and do things differently. But, so the artists do have a lot of responsibility in there. But and I'm not saying that everybody that comes in deserves an award either. That's not what I'm saying. But you got to. You can't have just the same people every year that win the awards.
Right. You got to get rid of that clique, and like you said, everybody's got to go out and work it. It's a tough business,
yeah.
But if you love it, like I say, it's not work.
Sure.
All right. You will do it. You will do it to your last breath. All right. That's the way it goes. Whether you're at the level of a big, a big venue or a small venue.
Yeah.
All right. Whether you're doing stadiums or whether you're doing tiki bars, it's all about the passion.
Yeah, I love working with these guys. I love being in Key West or wherever we're at. And, Dave Freeman will get on stage and play the keyboards with this band or that band. Or Alan Jax Bowers will go upstairs and play the drums or be on stage with this one. And, they're all working together for the common goal, and they all work really well together. It's like a family reunion for me when I'm around all of them, and there's none of this other stuff going on. We're just playing music, man, having fun.
That's what we do, and then we broadcast it and share it with the world. We're ambassadors on the wind, as I used to say. But we're here to support them.
So, to the trop rock artists out there that are wanting to start their own coffee company, we need those samples, and you know who you are.
Yeah, that's right. We got pack mules on standby at the bottom of the mountain here.
That's right.
So if there's coffee coming up here, it'll come by postal mail to the town, but we got to get it up by pack mule. So get with it. I'm getting low up here.
That's right. Pack mules are standing by. Man, I could do a whole bit on that. That'd be kind of cool.
Well, I used to, I promote Lash Balls West. It's a really nice restaurant in Frostburg. And I said, my reputation precedes me because on New Year's Eve, they had transportation home for everybody except Johnny B. We got him a pack mule with a heated seat.
There you go, man.
Heated saddle.
Oh, man. I was thinking about Sunshine and Doug the other day, and, being down in Anna Marie Island. I love Anna Marie Island. That's one of my favorite places to go. Haven't been there in a while because when they moved, it just shifts things. That's just the way it is. And
yeah.
But I got to get back down there. They had a hurricane there a couple years ago and kind of tore up the island a little bit. Lost our beloved rod and reel pier was gone. And been there since 1920 or something like that. And, it's just that was my favorite place to go. I made a point every time I was on the island to go to the rod and reel pier. So I hadn't been back since the hurricane, but I love that island. It's one of those unique Florida towns where they don't allow skyscrapers and anything over two stories. Most of it is just all houses and stuff. And so you can see the damn sunset. You can see the sunset.
Yeah. I remember I did one show there with Danny Hoy back in the early days. And there were some other artists there. And that's what we did. We actually took a break, ran out to the beach to watch the sunset, and then came back.
Yeah. Well, that's at the old sandbar, right? Sandbox, the old sandbox. And Diana and Pablo had the sandbox there. And so, when it come time for the sunset, whoever was playing on the little stage there in the corner, everybody walked around the corner because the beach was right there, watch the sunset, come back, and finish the show. Yeah.
And the fog, I'll never forget that. The fog gets so bad down there on the Gulf Coast a certain time of the year. Had a trailer loaded up, this, that, and the other. I'm going down the road, boom, had to pull over in a gas station. It hangs around for like 15, 30 minutes and then gone. Then I could hit the road.
There's a story. I went down to see Key West Chris and Danny Hoy playing at the Sandbox at Diana and Pablo. Slept on the couch with the big dog. And there was another radio station there on Anna Marie Island. I can't remember the name of it now, but they are on Anna Marie Island. And they were supposed to broadcast it. Well, it was a rainstorm popped up, and they're like, yeah, we don't broadcast in the rain. We're not doing that. And Pablo looked at me, and I'm like, yeah, I got everything. I'll do it, And then, so the rain never really came, but, man, it got hot. And that became, broadcasting in the jungle is what we called it, because off to the right of the stage was all these banana trees and all this stuff, and they'd carved out just a little spot for me to sit around this little pub table to set up my broadcasting equipment so I could get it to the stage. And it was hot, man. And you look at those old pictures, and I've got a wet towel around my neck. I had a cooler off to my side. It was ice water, and I was dipping the towel in there and wrap it around my neck because it was so damn hot. And I'm like, coming to you live from the jungle on Anna Marie Island. That's kind of how that went down. But we did it.
Yeah. Well, up to the Tiki Man. Oh my God. Yeah. You're bringing back all kind of memories. Rick Scatino. Actually, we have a video. He created a movie, and I'm in it. I forgot about that. It's around here somewhere. There's a movie. About Anna Marie Island, the shows there. Oh, boy, I got to dig that one out.
Yeah, old Kid Conk. He's been here to the house a few times, and he made his way up to Canada. I think he's back in the States now. Him and M.E., his girlfriend from Canada. But he was here for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years ago now, and came to the summer party.
Man, you got them all coming through. I was in semi-retirement. I had that real job thing, and that kind of holds you down. But, it would have been great to hook up with him. We used to hook up at Eric Stone's Dockside Bar down in the Keys. And he was working on the videos then and doing stuff, whatever he was doing, performing. And we'd get together, have a few beers, and I'd head back down the road.
Well, there you go, man. A lot of good times under the bridge there. We mentioned on the Sunday show that the Escape to Paradise this year has come down to just the ones that have paid in full. I think there's 4 different couples. There's Marty and Angela Gentry. There's Michelle and Tim Myers, the ambassador of all great things, and the bodyguard. Let's see, Donna and Bob Cummings are going to go. And somebody else was mentioning that they were going to go. I can't remember now off the top of my head. But anyway, those people are still going to go. And we will not be there this year. We have to sell a certain amount of rooms in order to make all that happen. And apparently people don't want to travel and have a good time this year for some reason or another. So we're going to let everybody go and have a good vacation together and enjoy themselves. And then when they get back, we'll regroup and we talked about maybe doing a cruise next year, but talking with Joe, that's a little different scenario. So we'll see.
Yeah. You never know where the show can take us, Danny.
You never know, man. You never know. I do want to get to the Virgin Islands. I've never been to the Virgin Islands.
Oh, you'd love it, brother. You'd love it. Yeah, I've been to the Virgin Islands, Virgin Gorda, the British Isles, been all through there. But lovely, yeah. St. John, oh my God, get into St. Thomas, catch the ferry over from Red Book to Cruise Bay. Oh, God, beautiful. You'll love it, man.
Yeah, the beach bar is, so I got all these TVs in the chocolate bar, behind the chocolate bar, and they all go across the bar, and I've got the beach bar in St. John, or in St. John. On the live, they have a live cam there, and so I have that playing on the TV just about every day when I'm down here. Just telling myself I'm gonna make my way there.
Oh, you will. What the mind can conceive, the body will achieve, brother. Come on. You get everything else.
Amen, brother. Can I hear an amen? Yes.
Amen, brother. You can do it.
What the mind can achieve, the body. Say that again.
What the mind can conceive, the body will achieve.
I like that.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah, that's like if it can be, it's up to me.
Yeah.
Right? That's Tiki Man right there.
That's a Tiki Man quote. Well, I used to have this thing. I went through a hard time one time, and I was traveling. And when you travel all the time, especially driving, the miles just roll by. You roll through towns, you don't even remember going through or whatever. But I had this Post-it note on my dash of the truck that says, and I wrote on it, put it on the Post-it note, and had it on the dash that I would stare at most of the time when I was traveling. It said, control the fear, never let the fear control you.
Right. And
that's you got to recondition your mind to get past difficult times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I just, you have control over your mindset. All right. And I don't give anybody the ability to intimidate or put me in a fearful situation because I control how I feel, period. Everyone does. They need to understand that. How you react to life becomes your reality.
Yeah, no matter what situation you're going through, the biggest obstacle you have is your own damn mind.
Yeah. You even told me that once a long time ago. That was regarding something else. And you said the only thing between you and it is your mind.
That's right. But,
Shake up your Friday nights and tune into Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle from 7 to 9 p.m. on the internet at TikiManRadio.com or on Tiki Man Radio YouTube, live from the Beachy Shell Studios in Key West, Florida.
Chris Bellamy's schedule today is what? The 28th. He'll be at the On the Edge Bar and Grill down in Fort Pierce from 5 to 8. Going to be down at the Lorelei. One of the best places to go down in the Keys is the Lorelei. He's going to be playing with Steve Webb Thursday, tomorrow, the 29th. Saturday, back at the Edge from 3 to 6. And then back at Marker 88 on Monday, the 2nd, from 5 to 8. It's been a while since he's been at Marker 88, but he's going to be down in Alamorada. So might as well check it out. And then the 5th and final season of Billy and Cindy's Garden Party. That's at their house. They put it on. We've streamed it live for them before, but due to some unforeseen circumstances, it's going to be their last season of that. And Chris is going to be there Tuesday, February the 3rd, 6 to 8 p.m. in Key Largo. Billy and Cindy's 5th and final season of the Garden Party. So if you're going to be down in Key Largo, now's your time to check that out and hang out with our buddy Chris Bellamy as well. All right, let's see if I can get back over here, and let me go over here, and it's all part of the process there, Johnny B. You there?
Yeah, I got to tell you what, bringing back some memories there with Mike Mojito Man. God, what a great song, Marty Nickel. I remember, let's see, Captain Mike Sweeney of the One Love Catamaran. They would send me pictures. Him and his wife run the catamaran for an owner. And his name, Captain Mike, and he'd be making mojitos.
Yeah.
And they'd send pictures, and then the owner wanted me to come down there and broadcast on the boat at sea. And I said, well, in those days, we didn't even have wireless. I said, not unless you got 1 million miles of Cat 5 cable. I can't do a broadcast at sea.
Well, Marty Nickel is by far one of the most underrated artists in this genre. And he doesn't want to be part of the national scene. He just does his own thing. He's come down to Key West and played our showcase a couple of times. He's been here at the Tiki Bar, played the summer party. He's always been a friend, but he's a very down-to-earth, humble kind of guy and one hell of a songwriter. And if there's trop rock artists out there that are looking for new songs, and I'm assuming you are always looking for new songs, you really need to hook up to Marty Nickel, because he's got books and books and books and pages of songs that he hasn't released yet.
Man, I tell you what, he's an all-around great guy. I did meet him in Sewanee, Georgia, and just all-around great guy. I was introduced to him by Skip False, who co-hosted shows with me down in Louisiana, and they both used the same studio back in the day up in Atlanta.
Well, it was a real treat for me to have him play the summer party and play Tiki Time here. And it's kind of like having Steve Hopper here and playing the Tropics of Tennessee. Or Sam Rainwater playing Tiki Bar in my backyard. Those are highlights. If this all ended tomorrow and I had to, go be a Walmart greeter or something, then I would look back on some of those as some of the best fun I ever had.
I tell you what, man, those are the memories that make you smile when they put you down. I have a smile on my face. But speaking of the Walmart greeter, Brent Burns, I played that on the air the other day on my show because Walmart was going nuts, man. Big storm coming, and I said, I got to give it a big salute to the Walmart greeters, and I segued into the song. Yeah, those guys are great. They all make us smile.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. Josh Clark is out there today. Happy Wednesday to you, brother. Hope you're doing fabulous. Let's see here. Mo's talking about all the places she's going to and things she's doing and going places and doing things. And for those of you going to the Escape, thank you for everybody that did sign up and are going to go and have a great time. I was really looking forward to getting down to the Bahamas, and we had finagled it to where B-Man and Michelle, because they had never been part of the Escape, and they're going to be sailing out in the Caribbean for a couple of weeks. And but they were going to come back and then fly into the Bahamas and be part of the Escape with us. And it just wasn't meant to be, man. But that doesn't mean it won't ever happen. So,
That's right. That's right. With Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, anything is possible. And you remember in the early days, all the stuff that just popped up. People are like, hey, you want to go on a cruise? Hey, you want to do this? You want to do that? And, I cut a commercial for a Margaritaville cruise, and they offered me a cruise, and it conflicted with my schedule. And I'm like, boy, that's one to miss. Well, I had no choice. I couldn't go. But that could happen with us, Danny. Anything is possible, brother.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what's going to happen. But I hope everybody that does go, Dan and Rachel were the other, another train man. Dan and Rachel, really good friends of ours. And they're the fourth couple that are going to go. So I hope they all have a great time. And we'll reevaluate it, look at it, and see. It might have been the location, the Bahamas. I mean, we went to some what I consider places that a lot of people have been: Jamaica, Mexico, Costa Rica was a little bit out of the norm, and Dominican Republic was a little bit out of the norm. But there's so many places I wanted to go: Puerto Rico, Antigua. We wanted to go to Aruba. The problem with Aruba is the flights are very expensive to get to Aruba. And but we'll see, man. We'll see. I mean, I don't count anything out. If there's an interest, if people want to go and have some fun, then I'm willing to go and have some fun, man.
That's right. Like I said, nothing is impossible. And you mentioned the Virgin Islands, all right? And believe it or not, you can get affordable hotels near Red Hook Marina, not far from the ferry. And you can hang out there and then go over to St. John for the day, and then take the excursions over to the British Isles.
Yeah.
And all of that is somewhat used to be affordable. I don't know what it is now, but, it's all logistically doable. All right. So that's something to think about.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, at this point, I may go and just not come back. I don't know. I have really got my interest into going to the island of Malta the last few years. And Malta is one of those islands where you can, you can retire to from the States, and the cost of living there is really, really a lot cheaper than it is living in the United States. So I'm going to try to make a trip to there probably this year, since nobody else wants to go anywhere else. I may just make a trip over to Malta, check it out. Find me a little fishing town, and, now to get in the witness protection program, all you have to do is delete all your social media and change your phone number, and people just think you're dead. I went and got a haircut the other day because I was complaining that I didn't have a haircut, and I walked in, and the lady said, it's been 9 weeks since you've been here. We thought you had died. I'm like,
oh my God.
I'm like, damn, no good morning. How are you? Good to see you. Just, you thought I was dead, right? You gave up my spot in the computer, about ready to delete my information. You thought I was dead, huh?
Well, that's why you don't go get your toes did. And because if you don't get them dead, they'll think you're dead. Yeah. He didn't come in and get them dead, so he's dead. And he done took off Malta, deleted all the accounts. Yeah. Hey, that would work, Danny. You're giving me ideas, Well, maybe you never know. Yeah,
if Robin's still out there, Robin, make him go get his toes did. He'll enjoy it. He'll appreciate it. It's one of those deals, man, where you be like, I can't believe I haven't done this before. You'll sleep better, everything. You won't be out there hacking with those old rusty pliers and stuff on your toes, and chopping them down, and taking a chance of getting a hangnail and dying, and all that stuff, and But yeah. Yeah, it was a hell of a thing. Walked in there to get a haircut, and they're like, my God, we thought you were dead. We haven't seen you in a long time.
Yeah, if I don't get a text or anything in the mornings, I'm going to be like, he must have took off to Malta.
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to have to host this show by myself.
Yeah.
Weekdays with me, myself, and I.
Well, there you
Brought to you by.
Well, I got another Brent Burns tune, because I guess, AARP, right? We're there, right? I have resisted it. There is a guy somewhere in the cubicle that is counting, they hire him to manage your folder when you turn 40. And he counts down, puts X's on a calendar every day until you turn 50. And then he releases all of that information to you. Congratulations, welcome to the club, and all that stuff. So I've resisted for a long time. But Brent Burns, he talks a lot about it. So here we go.
Tired? Hungover? Or just need a boost? Rehydrate, recover, and relax at IV hydration stations in Key West. Whether you're curing a hangover, supercharging your immune system, or enhancing your performance, they've got the perfect IV therapy for you. Choose your vibe. Kick back in their people-watching window seats with a loved one or a friend, or just unwind in serene privacy with soft lighting and lavender eye pillows. IV Hydration Station offers hangover relief and prevention, immune boosts and energy lifts, athletic recovery and beauty enhancers, skinny shots, semaglutide, anti-aging, and so much more. Their emergency-trained nurses will customize your treatment for maximum results. Visit one of their 2 locations in Key West, 328 Simonton Street and 1200 White Street. Call 305-509-0919 to book your appointment or just walk in. IV Hydration Stations. Rehydrate, recover, and relax.
Hey, this is Beth from Nailtini. Do you ever feel like getting your nails and hair done before vacation is a chore? Why not enhance your vacay experience by visiting us at Nailtini, 817 Duval. Our perfect petties will make your feet look fabulous in those flip-flops. Or maybe you want a beautiful blow dry and style for your night on the town. Men's haircuts, facials, and waxing? We do that too. We live up to our name and serve you a martini or a drink of your choice during your service. Now, back to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio.
Oh, yeah. There you go, Johnny. Robin says she's been threatening you to send pictures of your toes to me, so please don't do that, Robin. I know they're probably ugly. They've probably been hacked on and all kinds of stuff, but some of our Key West sponsors down there that we spotlight for Coastal Confessions on Friday night down there. And, of course, you got all that Tiki Man Radio banner and all that stuff right there in front of Nailtini's, and, man, they take good care of you.
Yeah, you guys are ganging up on me. That's not fair. Using technology, good Lord. Not fair.
You'll enjoy it, man. You'll enjoy it.
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it.
Yeah. I would never steer you wrong, Johnny B. I would never steer you wrong. And
I know you never would. Okay. Like I said, man, I've got the mindset. We'll get her done.
I have to pull that rook card. You remember that time I went to your aunt's funeral? Go get your toes did, man. That way that you can help me out by going to get your toes did. That way that you can live and I don't have to come to your funeral.
Okay. Yep. That's fair enough. That's right. Yeah. He pulled out the ace card. He won up to me. I got to get it done. Oh my God, man. Okay. Yeah, he pulled his card. Okay.
Oh, me. Yeah, the AARP. That's. Are you a member of the AARP?
No, but I am a. No, I'm not a member of AARP, but I am officially retired.
Well, there you go. Maybe it's time. I don't know. There's just things that happen to you when you get a little older. You resist things like I was talking about earlier. Throw that stuff in the mail. I'm not that old or whatever. I mean, I remember one time going to the eye doctor, and I must have been about 40 or so. And the eye doctor, done his normal thing. And I had a business meeting to get to. I just, want to come by and get my eye appointment done and get on the road. And so he finishes it, and he looks at me and says, do you want to go ahead and do the bifocal test? And I'm like, bifocal test? I don't need bifocals. What the hell are you talking about? Get the hell out of here, I mean, that's a hell of a thing to say. It's almost like going to get your hair done, and they say, we thought you were dead. You hadn't been here in a long time. Things that people say to me, if cameras could just follow me around all day, like I could make a whole reality TV show out of things that happens to me personally. But and then years later, I'm in Walgreens, and I see this pack of bifocal glasses. We call them cheater glasses, and it's like, I don't know, 10 of them for like $5. And I picked it up and I thought, man, that's a pretty good deal. And then I'm going about halfway home and I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? Then why are you so excited about this being $5? I mean, this is, what happened to you? What happened to you?
Well, we got old one day, Danny.
Yeah.
We got old.
Now I got readers everywhere, man. I got them in my toolbox. I got them in this drawer. I got them everywhere. There's a pair right here, I mean...
You got to have them everywhere, man. It's just every time I go to the doctor, they find something else wrong. I'm like, look, I don't want to go to any more doctors. I come here to feel better. Then you got to stick me and electrocute me and everything else. So, no.
Yeah, I mean, you get part of the gimmick, right? You know, you're just like, listen, I understand you guys are in business, right? And you guys are, you got to find something wrong so you can refer me to your other partner over at the golf club who's going to do something else to me or whatever. And y'all going to, prick and poke me and all this other stuff. And at the end of the day, I'm not going to feel any better. Probably going to feel worse because of everything y'all doing to me. And I'm going to be out of a lot of money.
Yeah. I mean, you go to a doctor, then they got to send you to a specialist. Well, if that's the case, then why did I have to go to the doctor? Just send me to the specialist.
Yeah.
So it starts there, and then you get on the merry-go-round.
Yeah.
All right. And then you get on some kind of chronic care maintenance program with the pharmaceutical people, and it's a never-ending cycle.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was listening to something the other day where, and I'm not going to get into politics or nothing like that, but I found it interesting that a national chain owns a pharmacy. They also own the insurance company, and they also own the manufacturer of the drugs. And they're choosing the price of all of these drugs, and it goes in one big circle, and they're getting a piece of it every time you go to them, right? You're paying the insurance company, you're paying the pharmacy, you're doing this, and what the hell?
Yeah, imagine that, Danny.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I've always said, when you look at FDA, Food and Drug Administration, well, how can you have two of them under one roof to govern each other? Shouldn't they be separate entities?
Right.
Okay, so who the hell thought of this?
I know.
Food and drugs. So you make the food that makes us sick, but we got a drug to make you feel better. All right, I don't get that. I never did. I said none of that makes any sense.
Yeah, if you take this one, you go get sick. But not to worry, I got another one over here. I mean, it's all part of the whole process. But anyway, we are looking for a live cam sponsor for this show to keep it alive, for God's sakes. Let's see here. I got the camera. Where is it? Let's see here. Live cam. There it is right there. So your logo will be the only one that is featured during this show. When we're doing the artists, we're featuring or talking to any of the business leaders, like down at the boat shows we just did for the last couple of weeks. We had them all on the show and talked to them about their boats and their business, boat clubs, all that kind of stuff, So you'll be featured right there with us. And the thing about it is that on YouTube, it's always going to be out there. So if you're interested, send me an email at tikimanradio@gmail.com. And, of course, we mention you in all of the social media posts, and those that follow me know I do a lot of videos and promotion for all of our sponsors. I take very good care of our sponsors, and we can take care of you as well right here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network with Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B. Right on?
Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I tell you what. Don't force me to go back to doing the morning shows. We got to get a sponsor. Otherwise, I got to go back to work, do morning shows. And it's too much like work, man.
Yeah. And I'll have to reconsider the whole Walmart greeter thing. Could you imagine me being a Walmart greeter?
That would be funny as hell.
It would, because you have like Charlene here. She buys a TV that she really wants, and then she brings it back every 3 days when she needs a little money, So I'm going to be like, or Bob or Charlene, whoever, just anybody, it would be, come on, Charlene, why don't you keep the TV? You're just going to turn around and buy it again on Friday. Why don't you just keep it and enjoy it? And, why do you got to keep bringing it back? What are you doing? I could have so much fun with that.
That would be a blast, You ought to try that for a day or two. Yeah, I'll come down there. Okay. Just so you can greet me. Hi, welcome to Walmart.
Well, I feel like an intern already when you go to Walmart, right? They just put you right to work on the checkout line. You're checking out all your stuff and beep, 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 beep. You have to bag it all. I mean, you feel like you're working there, until you have to call your supervisor because it says this item requires your attendant assistance or whatever. You got to call your supervisor over there because you're working now. You're checking out. So maybe I could be an intern Walmart greeter.
I don't know. There's always the driving gig. We have stuff delivered from Walmart.
Yeah.
Especially when it's bad. If they're still doing deliveries, we'll have it delivered. I can't get down. I mean, I'm not going to get out there on that ice, but if that's what you do, then that's what you do.
Yeah, we have that as well. I think it's like over $50 or something. They'll do it for free or something like that. And it's a funny thing because we have an elderly couple that lives next door to us. And I was, if a light bulb goes out, I got to go over there and fix it or, something, So I go over there, I'm standing over there and he says, hey, let me tell you about this Walmart delivery thing. Are you aware of this? I'm like, how long have you been working for Walmart?
I think I'll never forget. What was it? I don't know. A few weeks back, a month ago, we were talking about something, and you said, "Well, tell them to put some mud on it and wrap it in duct tape, and come over and look at it later."
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah. He's like, I'm bleeding to death. I need some attention over here. Like we're the emergency room or whatever. And of course, Heather being a nurse, that's what she's gonna do. She's gonna get up, jump up and run over. She'll take care of everybody else. As long as it takes. But I'm like, hell with it. Just put some mud on it, wrap it up, duct tape. I'll get over as quick as I can. You'll be fine.
Yeah, that was funny. We were in a meeting, and he's like, well, hell, just tell them to put some mud on it, wrap it in duct tape, and that's it. I'm busy. Man, all right.
What is voting no for Danny greeting at Walmart? No, you really wouldn't want that. I mean, I can't imagine that would be a long-term job for me because they'd get tired of me pretty quick.
Yeah, but that would just be comical.
Yeah. Just leave the buggy here. I'll put it up for you. Where's the beer at? Don't you think you've had enough?
Hey, I got to ask you: do the Walmarts down there have the beer in the store, or is it separated from the store?
No, it's in the store, right there. Right next to the Bibles and everything.
Okay, all right. Because I in Florida, they had them separated by a wall. You had to walk out the door and then walk in the other door to get your beer. I was just wondering. That was weird. Yeah,
that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen right there. I mean, what the hell? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
Like the other people that are looking down on the drinkers are looking through the window. Look at them over there. Look at them over there drinking the devil's juice.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Not the devil's juice. You're right. In West Virginia, when I lived there, they could sell beer and wine in that Walmart, but they couldn't sell liquor.
Yeah. Well, we don't have now. The liquor has to be in a liquor store. Now there seems to be a different rule against wine. We can have wine and beer, but we can't have liquor, wine and beer. Which the winos are like, hell, that's all I want anyway is the wine. The beer drinkers are fine with that. Listen, and it may be something to do with the relationships, right? Listen, if you're going to go get you a 6-pack of beer, you better bring me home a bottle of wine. So maybe. That's something to do with that. But the liquor, you got to go to the actual liquor store, where, by the way, you can get beer and wine there, too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, you bring up a good point. Robin likes wine. I'll go and get the beer and always ask, is there any wine you would like?
Yeah.
But she's doing artwork on all these bottles. They like decoupage bottles and stuff. She does that. And she's like, oh, look at all these whiskey bottles. They're so beautiful.
Yeah.
When we go to the liquor store, and I'm like, is that a hint? Do you really just want me to buy that and drink it so you can do artwork on it?
I sure wished I had more of these bottles.
Yeah, like that, man. I'm like, well, honey, I can help you with that. That's not a problem,
Mm-hmm. I remember my uncles used to, we used to go out to the farm, and spend the summer. I look back on that now thinking, what the hell's going on here, really? I mean, like, our parents... some kids go off to like summer camp or whatever. We went to the farm and worked our asses off, right? And for some reason, we just went along with it. Never said, well, I guess I got to go to the farm and work. That's just what we did. Because back then, you did whatever the hell your parents told you you was going to do. You didn't really complain about it. I mean, it's not like you could just call somebody. Hell, they won't let you use the one phone in the house. But anyway, so we'd go out there and they'd take us hunting. And, we had these uncles or whatever. And I think they got a kick out of getting us sick on like Mad Dog 2020. They're over there drinking the good stuff, and they'd give us Mad Dog 2020. We get sick as a dog, man. And
I tell you, That's funny. My uncles used to take us gigging for frogs in West Virginia.
Yeah,
And,
well,
me
what
and
is
my
that?
cousin
What?
Dave-
I mean, I've heard about gigging for frogs, but what you gonna do when you get them? What do you do with the frog?
Well, you cut the legs off and skin them and cook them. Yeah, fried frog legs.
Damn, there ain't no bologna in the house or no chicken or nothing. I mean, what the hell?
No, that was just adventure for us kids. So, my uncles would take us out. But most of the time, all we got to do was drag the sacks of beer and through the creek, So picture this. It's midnight, deep in the mountains. We're gigging frogs, watching out for water moccasins. And then my cousin David said one time, and that was there at the creek in front of Grandmom's house where you stayed. And he said, damn, John Carroll, I'm getting tired of dragging this beer. He said, I think we should lighten the load. I guess we were about 10 years old. And I said, okay. He handed me a beer. He got a beer. We started drinking beer. A little while later, my uncle said, we started seeing beer cans float down in front of us. And we said, where's John Carroll and David? We were way back in the sinkhole floating, half liquored up.
Well, I mean, I guess the parent, it was just a different world back then. The parents would be in the house on the one phone. They had the cord that could wrap entirely around the house if they wanted to. And somebody'd say, what's the kids doing? They're outside. Looks like they're on their bicycle getting ready to jump 27 garbage cans or something. They're fine. And go right back to whatever the hell they're talking about, So, I mean, we just kind of, in creeks, snakes running around everywhere. It's no big deal. It's okay.
Yeah. Well, we didn't have a problem with it. Never got bit. Had a whole bunch of fun. Grandmom lost a lot of forks because we'd spend our days sneaking in the kitchen, grabbing a fork, and then taking it out, filing it down, making it real sharp, and then wrapping it with like electrical tape on a stick. So we had a gig, We could gig frogs.
I don't know, man. I remember Jemiah, who's getting ready to graduate from high school this year. I remember when she was first born, and this is what kids do now. They give you a list of things you got to buy for the kids. Birthday. You don't surprise kids with your own present anymore. You get a long list of things that they want, and you have to go and get these things. And when you get them, it's checked off the list, so the parents knows what you got and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, my job was to get the car seat. Right. And so I went to buy the car seat, and it'd been a long time since I bought a car seat. And hell, that damn thing was like $900 or something. I'm like, this was the XKG 9000 model. I mean, it's got all these bells and whistles and things. And I'm like, Julie, do you really think you need that? I mean, listen, I brought you home with a bungee cord in the back of a Volkswagen. Okay. A bungee cord. I mean, come on, but I bought the damn thing.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I mean, that's like a science project right there. It's been a long time since I dealt with one, but yeah, wow, unbelievable. All I can remember was I got yelled at, I think, when we brought Savannah home from the hospital because I didn't have the thing buckled in right. And you got to have a degree in using those things. It's like, God, how do you operate this thing?
Yeah, and somehow or another, when we were kids, it's like, y'all get in the back of the truck and shut up.
Yeah, that was it. Like, okay, man. Right.
Don't make me pull this truck over. Like.
Yeah, today's a different world. What the hell happened?
Oh, me, man. But anyway, let's see here. Today's Wednesday. We got one more show this week, and hopefully we'll be able to at least find something about the coffee sponsor, find out where we're at on that. Maybe we can send out some information to get the live cam sponsor. That's a unique thing. We only have 3 of those. We've got, now we got 2. We got Cammy's Grammy, who does the live cam for the Sunday show, and she's featured on everything that we do. And then we have the Southernmost Point, the Pint down in Key West that does Coastal Confessions on Friday night. And so, we need one for this one. It's 3 days a week for 2 hours, 6 hours a week. You're featured and your logo's out there, and we do a good job of getting the name out for your business. So if you're interested, send us an email at tikimanradio@gmail.com, and I will get the information over to you.
Yeah, man. I tell you what, I'm going to get right on this, too. All right. The race is on because you've got listeners. We've got listeners out there, and once the word spreads, the odds of each one getting it, bringing in that is going to be smaller.
Yeah.
So, after the show, man, the emails are going out. This is it.
And no boat shows coming up now in February. We've got Music on the Bay towards the end of the month. So B-Man and Misha will be broadcasting that event. So we won't be on the air that week as they prepare for that. But that's at the end of the month. What is it, February the 28th through March the 1st, I believe. Let's see here. I wrote that down the other day somewhere. But I think that's right. And I got all these, man, I got all these notes from all these people. I've never had so many notes in my life from the boat show. But no boat shows coming up anytime soon. But they do have a boat show here in Chattanooga in February. And I may try to go over there and talk to those guys. I did find out that there's a Chattanooga floating docks company here. And
really?
Yeah, and I've reached out to them as well. And so we're working it, trying to make this thing happen.
Oh, it's going to happen, Danny. It always does. Sometimes it takes a little time. It'll happen. You know, like I've always said, circumstances and events will present themselves, and it moves you in the direction you need to move in.
Yeah.
And that's what's going to happen. You know, that things come together and a whole new reality begins to shape.
Sure.
And I've always said the harder you work towards it, the more it moves towards you. And it's so true. Look at our lives. Look at our journeys.
Yeah.
Look where radio has taken us. I mean, before I met you and then after we met each other and where it took you. And here we're back together again. So it's going to happen, bro. That's all there is to it. I believe. Yeah.
Well, and you're right. Sometimes you got to remind yourself of exactly where you've been. Yeah, there's the dates. February the 25th through March the 1st, down at Whiskey Joe's in Tampa Bay. And all that is raising money for the Shriners Children's Hospital, which is near and dear to my heart since my dad was in the Shriners for so many years. We did find out that they don't have the hospital anymore there, but they do have where they make prosthetic legs and arms and things for the children that are in need, which is a whole nother kind of coolness to be a part of. So, you know, because those are custom made for each child that needs those. So Music on the Bay does a fantastic job of raising money for, and I love being a part of anything that has something to do with kids, and it's just a great organization. And Music on the Bay is a class act, and I know we're going to have a lot of fun down there. I know B-Man and Michelle and Michelle and Tim. If Mo goes, she's supposed to be down there, I think, and she's everywhere. So hopefully it'll be a good time.
I think it will be. Now, is that the one that's at Sharky's?
No. Whiskey Joe's in Tampa. Sharky's is where the rendezvous is. Okay,
Whiskey Joe's. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I always say they fed us well, no doubt. Great people.
Yeah. Well, Sharky's in Panama City, that's where the rendezvous is. That's where Bahama Brad had his very first oysters, and that was a whole nother. We don't have enough time to go into that whole story, but kids are weird about things like that. Yeah, for some reason they'll go out frog gigging, eating frogs in a creek, but they won't have an oyster. I thought that was a little weird, but some people don't like oysters. I love oysters, and they're hard to get here. We got a couple of places that have them flown in all the time, and you don't just go anywhere and get oysters. They got to be done right,
Well, maybe we need a frog leg sponsor. Maybe we'll find one, whether it's in West Virginia or Louisiana. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, during football season, everybody in Tennessee wants to have gator tail, when Tennessee's playing Florida, which we beat this year. So, anyway. All right, Johnny B, thank you so much, man, for being a part of the show. Thank all of you for being here today, and we really appreciate it. If you're interested in that live camp sponsor, reach out to us at tikimanradio@gmail.com, and we will hook you up. And we'll be back here next Friday, or not next Friday, but day after tomorrow, this Friday, from 11 to 1 for Weekdays with the Tiki Man and Johnny B, right here on the Coastal Americana Radio Network, streaming live on all 3 radio stations. And don't forget about that when you're looking into that cam sponsor. You're streaming on 3 radio stations at the same time. So reach out to us, tikimanradio@gmail.com. Thank you so much, everybody. If you hadn't hit the like button yet, please do so. We certainly appreciate that. Have a great day, everybody.
Yep.